Hello everyone, welcome to my Lord of the Rings gift edition box opening, the second one done so far, and the reaction to the first box opening video was so good I thought I would another one. So, if you're not familiar, the Lord of the Rings gift bundle, it has 20 traditional foil and 20 regular basic lands, 8 Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth set boosters, 4 all art traditional foil borderless Mount Doom scene cards, and a Lord of the Rings collector booster, and gift edition spin down life counter, and gift edition card box. See, there's like a picture in here. First, Bilbo, the flavor text from, his card. I don't know half of you as much as half as I should like, and I like less than half of you half as much as you deserve. I don't know if that's supposed to be a compliment or an insult. It could be both, honestly. Then there's a Gandalf, friend of the Shire. Let's see that. And you can see the box itself. You can take it apart. You want to reenact something from the game or something, like you want to play this whatever Escape from Orthanc, or you want to play a Gandalf the White. There you go, Gandalf the White. And there's like some ring counters, maybe to indicate how many steps you are on the ring, and then Planeswalker emblems, and also like on the bottom there's some +1/+1 counters you can use too. This is a spin down die. You can see the numbering, and it does look pretty fancy. I usually don't use spin downs when I play Magic, to be honest, just because being able to like keep track of like the life total changes is actually like it's somewhat important when you're playing Magic, even if it's just quote unquote friendly Magic. You still want to be able to keep track of like what happened during the previous turns, and using a piece of paper like better for that. Yeah, here's like the basic lands. There's like 2 of each type of basic land. Yeah, there's 2 different plains and 2 different islands. One has a waterfall, 2 different swamps, 2 different mountains, 2 different forests, a couple of rules reminder cards. I think it's like maybe it's intended like if you're giving this as a gift to somebody who like Lord of the Rings but they don't know Magic at all, then it would be like nice to be able to give them the scene cards that I mentioned earlier. Frodo, Sauron's Bane, and a Samwise the Stout-Hearted, and a Gollum Patient Plotter, and the One Ring. And I mean, this is basically the main reason to buy these bundles, is because people need the One Ring for constructed. And yeah, some foil basics. They're the same art except as the non-foil basics. It's just these are foil, obviously. Very shiny. I guess this is only I got 4 of the same island, I guess. Interesting. They did get the different mountains and swamps, forests. Like these little paper wrappings sort of remind me of the things that you would like wrap, you know, like Ritz crackers in them, you know, but obviously it's not that. Open the set booster, got a Horn of Gondor art cards and a foil island, a Willowwind, Greyhaven's Navigator, Nimrodel Watcher, Haunt of the Dead Marshes. For some reason, the art on this reminds me of like Arthas from World of Warcraft and stuff. But Butterbur, Bree Innkeeper, Rosy Claw in the South Lane, Peregrine Took, and a foray of orcs. This orc looks very Wolverine-ish. Claw thing on his hand. Golem, Patient Plotter, Lotho, Corrupt Sheriff, Foiled Dunland Crebain, Foiled Dunland Orc Army. And I think with these set boosters, like sometimes they have more than one rare, but it just depends. Like if you're lucky or not. Yeah, you may be lucky sometimes and then not so lucky the next time. I feel like they've made like these boosters harder to open lately, maybe just so that like people don't like accidentally open them at like the wrong time, you know, like if you're trying to give them a gift or something, you don't want to like accidentally open the booster, that would be bad. Alright, Inherited Envelope, Galadrim Guide, Nimble Hobbit, Iflane Knots, Dudiconies, Barrowblade, Foil Swamp, Mines of Moria, Foil. Oh, this is a collector booster. Sorry. Horn of the Mark, the Balrog of Moria, which has a lot of text on it. Yeah, it's a 7 mana, 8/8, trample haste. When the Balrog of Moria dies, you may exile it. When you do, for each opponent, exile up to 1 target creature that players controls. Cycling 3 in a red. When you cycle the Balrog of Moria, create 2 treasure tokens. Then Peregrine Took. Ooh, a Gemstone Cavern. That's nice. Oliphant. Foil Many Partings. Oh, and a foil Orcish Bowmasters. That is pretty nice, actually. That's a good, actually a good collector booster. Yeah, it's about, I think Bowmasters are like about 40 right now, and the Gemstone Cavern's like about 30. I think it's just a regular gemstone. Wait. But Watcher in the Water art cards and a Forest Mirkwood Bats, which has a lot of like synergy with your sacrifice and token deck. Neat. Mirkwood Spider, Billion Kingfisher, Golem Patient Plotter, Samwise the Stouthearted, Halo Tenuviel, Mirror of Galadriel, the Grey Havens, which I'm assuming is more like for EDH or something. Is or I mean, or just some kind of like legend heavy struck the deck. Elvish Mariner. 2 generic in the blue, creature elf pilot. Whenever Elvish Mariner attacks scry 1, whenever you scry, tap up to X target non-land permanent where X is the number card looked at while scrying this way. It's a 3/2. Yeah. Basically, it has synergy with self, because like when it attacks, it scries, and when you scry, you get to tap non-land permanent. And Ball of Care Andros, which, yeah, it's combos of like your non-combat, your damage spells, including fight spells, and a foil Westfold Rider holder. I remember like when the preview season for the set, when like there were previews for the set, and people were saying, "Oh, I don't think this set is going to have much of an impact on constructed because like the cards seemed like too low power level to see like a lot of a lot of impact in modern, right?" And then now people are basically saying it's like modern Horizons half. Well, maybe not. There's like less. There's only like a few cards, I guess, that like actually have like a really big impact on the format. But Modern Horizon 2 had like many. This is Tom Bombadil, Foil Forest, Kirkwood, then a Bewitching Leechcraft, Orbital Knife Wound, Fog on the Barrow Downs, Soldiers of Grey Host, Goblin Fire Leaper, Fear Fire Foes, aka Rage Concede when your opponent plays this against you in draft. Foray of Orcs, March from the Black Gate, Samwise the Stout-Hearted, Balrog Durin's Bane, and a foil Gothmog. Food. Yeah, people are saying that, modern really isn't like a quote unquote eternal format because things change too much or whatever, even though I guess like the specific definition of like eternal format doesn't necessarily mean that like the meta never changes. It's more just that like, oh, your cards are just going to always be like legal up to, I mean, it's like in the sense that like they don't technically rotate out of legality. It's just they rotate out of playability. Like not a playability, but just like I guess meta viability. But this shadow of the enemy. We have plains surrounded by orcs. Orcish medicine. I don't know exactly what's happening. I guess like it's like some guy getting fed something like oatmeal or whatever, orc meal, Mordor muster. Not to be confused with Mordor ketchup. The Torment of Gollum, Gimli counter kills, Rising of the Day, Shadowfax Lord of Horses, and I love how like the flavor text literally tells you the meaning of haste. Oath of the Grey Host, Oliphant, Isildur's Fateful Strike, and a foil Erkenbrand token. It is definitely neat to see like those land cyclers also, you know, being relevant and constructed, because not just living and wanting to have like the land cycling creatures, you know, the red land cycling creature, but then just blue decks in general want to have Lorien revealed. Marshall's Anthem. I'm assuming that's a commander card or something. You can see it. Forest. Eagles of the North. Escape from Orthonk. Isolation at Orthonk. Fire of Orthonk. I think I think that's like the theme basically, because like these set boosters have a theme, right? Cast into Fire, Legolas counter of kills, Friendly Rivalry, Gimli counter of kills, a Dunland Grebane, a Scroll of Isildur, and a Escape from Orthonk foil, and a Hoarding Dragon list card. So what is like the most interesting thing you've ever taken with Scroll of Isildur? I'd probably say the most interesting thing I've taken is Horn of Gondor, but you know, you can also just take somebody's food with it too. That works because it's an artifact. Got Minas Tirith, but it has like it's like a foil art card because of the stamp on it. It's neat. A Swamp, Dunland Crabane, Steve the Messenger, Treason of Isengard, Forming of Moria, Bill Fernie, Bree Swindler, Bill the Pony, two Daconis, Shire Sheriff, another Shire Sheriff, Minas Tirith, and a foil Generous Ent. What do you think about foils? Do you actually like playing foils in constructed decks? I used to just be one of those people who would never like want to play foils, but honestly, like nowadays, because of like collector boosters, foils are actually a lot, no, not a lot cheaper, but sometimes they can be cheaper than like non-foils. It depends on like what it is, but like at least for like standard playable cards, foils are cheaper. This is Plains art card. A Plains, Nimrodel Watcher, Haunt of Dead Marshes, Chance Met Elves, Elven Farsight, Fear Fire Foes, March from the Black Gate, Gothmog Morgul Lieutenant, Mahar Urukai Captain, Gothmog Morgul Lieutenant, Sharky Tyre of the Shire, the foil Marydog Brandybuck, a food token. And one thing I've actually noticed after opening 5 collector booster boxes so far is that I've only gone one Lorien reveal, but I mean that sort of makes sense because there's actually not that many commons in the collector boosters outside of like, you know, like randomly getting, you know, all art version commons, or which I'm assuming there's like a all art version of like Lorien revealed, since it seems like there's a alt or extended art version of almost everything, but still, the Gladriel of Lothlorien, and looking ghostly there. Island, Fog on the Barrow Downs, Soldier of the Grey Host, Eagles of the North, Escape from Orthonk, Arwen and Domiel, Celeborn the Wise, Mirror of Gladriel, Legolas Counter of Kills, Knights of Dol Amroth, and a Born Upon the Wind, and a Mirror Gladriel, and a Praetor's Council. Oh, that's kind of neat. Yeah, that's neat. Praetor's Council list card, but anyways, thanks for watching this box opening video. If you like the video, please like and comment and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/MercurioBlue. But I hope you have a great morning, day, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.